gentleman from Missouri, Mr. Cleaver, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, well, all of the guests here today, some of you may have been told when you were kids that paranoia is bad, and that we need to avoid that. It's just stuff going on in our heads. But I learned when I was a kid that bad stuff does happen that you thought about, and so therefore I reject any attempt to convince me that I should not be paranoid about AI. It is a major concern. And I don't know if any of you saw that movie called iRobot. It ought to be required reading for everybody with the SEC and our financial agencies. If you look at the movie again, you probably miss it the first time, but if you look at it now, you're going to find out that all those robots were white. And I was thinking, Will Smith should have gotten a couple of black and brown robots, but that's just my paranoia. I know that you have been somewhat concerned, Mr. Chairman, and I agree. I think I agree with what you were trying to say in an article, that if we are not intentional with rulemaking, we could set ourselves up where powerful AI systems could dominate human decision-making. What should we be doing as it relates to AI?
I think it's one of the most transformative technologies of our times, but I share your view that it presents challenges. I think of another great movie. It was a romantic comedy, not iRobot, but Her. And you might remember Scarlett Johansson is the voice of the virtual assistant girlfriend to Joaquin Phoenix. And
These robots are trying to tell us something.
Yeah. Well, at some point in time, she went offline, but it was 8,316 love interests that she had that all had broken hearts. It's a good movie, but the point is, we could end up with the same thing. We have 3 large cloud providers. 75% of the financial industry relies on 2 of those cloud providers. Those cloud providers are the dominant players in artificial intelligence, or growing to be the dominant. And we could see 75% of the banks and broker-dealers and financial sort of relying on a couple of, Scarlett Johansson, virtual assistants, so to speak. And I think that a future chair of a banking committee, House Financial Services Committee, could be overseeing a hearing saying, what happened, why did we have the financial crisis of 2030 or 2035 or something? I think that's a risk. What to do about it, it's hard because it's across so many different financial actors. How do you sort of maintain diversity? And this is diversity of computers, diversity of competition amongst those algorithms. It's a hard challenge to solve. But I agree with you, it's a challenge, it's real.
I'm interested in any of our other speakers or guests, if you have any views on artificial intelligence that may be of some value to those of us who are in Congress.
I think skepticism is always warranted, but I think we also need to look at the promise of the new technology in ways that it can help us as a regulator to regulate better and can help the industry to better serve more people at a lower cost. And so we need to balance the skepticism with the optimism for what the technology can do.
Congressman, as a member of the military and the Securities and Exchange Commission, I think we need to look holistically at AI across the board and not look at it just necessarily in the isolated world of financial background or the military side. I think we need to learn from each other across the government and implement something on a holistic basis to allow technology to grow and to be useful and really transform possibly, as Chair Gensler said, the world as we know it, but also learn where we need to put holistic protections in place and how we can sort of learn from it and adopt appropriately.
Thank you.
The gentleman from Texas, Mr.